Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Studio 70. We have another case on Troconis. I'm trial week 6. I am here, Sharak, and the co-host.
As you. And this is part of the duo case that we're covering. We just did a whole episode the other day on some of the background story, the timeline. We got a lot more to do on that. But today we're going to talk about the week 6, what happened at this Michelle Troconis trial.
It's gonna be awesome.
Let's get into it. What do you think, Shrock?
Let's do it.
Let's go. The music pumps me up. I was telling Shrock, a little sidetrack, but I wrote that song man, maybe 7 years ago. I don't know. And I liked that. It sounded cool. It almost had a little Game of Thrones or a little bit. I don't know. It had some kind of feel
let's go
to it.
back to the show.
Oh, come on. Anyhow, I really liked it.
Okay.
And I was like, what am I going to use it for? So
Remember, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. Do your own research and be kind to everyone. Also, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and
subscribe.
share.
Yes.
We will love that.
We're a little over 500. We got there really quick. We only started the show on January 2nd. We started very lightly, and people have been wanting a lot more true crime. We've been jumping into it. We love it. We love these cases. But if you guys can ask just one person to subscribe, we'll get to our first goal of 1,000. So we appreciate you guys very much. And so please like, comment, subscribe.
Thank you in advance.
And be kind to everybody. And check out Studio 70. I think we got some links to merchandises and some other things there. So we're going to get into today the trial week 6 of what's going on with this Michelle Troconis case. So it's going to be a good one. We're going to get right into it. So again, week 6. And if you don't know much about the Duos case, because this is related to that, check out these other podcasts or video YouTube shows, because they do a very long, full background story. We did a quick one because here what we do is we more dive into the different aspects of the case, and we try to be more analytical and really get into the dives. So we talk about the case and do a little bit of background on our first episode. But if you want to know a lot more about the background, these guys are really good. And then we started this thing called a crime, what we call a crime board, basically.
Yeah.
So
cool.
For this dual case, what we do is we throw things on there that are either, in the process, they're factual, or we build this board. So sometimes it'll be more filled out. We'll fill it out as we go along. And we get a lot of input from you guys, the community. But basically, for this case,
May 24th,
we know,
2019.
right? We're confident that that's when the murder took place. We also know that we're confident where it happened. We don't think it was taken off. She was taken off site. We feel that's happened there. So at her house. So we have that. And then the 3 suspects that their police are actively going after. And that's Kent.
2 now, because one is
right.
no longer with
Thank you for correcting that. Yeah. So Kenton's on to the left there. In the middle is Frodis, the husband who's no longer with us. He passed away. And then to the right, Michelle, which is who we're talking about today. That case is going on right now in Stamford, Connecticut. And we're going to talk about that right now. So that's where a crime board looks like. As we do more episodes on this, we're going to get your opinions. And based on your opinions, we're going to fill this out. And this will be like what we think, meaning the community, not just Shrock and I, but all of us, what we think happened or what's going on. So it's kind of a little cool thing we're doing. So with that, week 6 in review, Troconis case. First bullet point, mother of Jennifer Dulos testified and was the last witness to take the stand before the state rested its case. She only answered basic questions. And Shrock, it was basically stuff like, did you see Jennifer, that morning, meaning of the 24th? Have you seen her since, etc. It was like very basic stuff.
Exactly. And that's what you do normally when they tell you to go into, answer the question. You do not want to give them any more information, only what they ask.
Yeah, and I think the Jennifer's mom, she has a striking resemblance to Jennifer, her daughter. Mm-hmm. And I think they had her on there and asked basic questions. I think really not so much for the content of the questions, but to get the sympathy for other people because she looks like her. You could see the pain in her face, and because she looks like her daughter, they look similar to each other. I think it was just very powerful. It's a very powerful aspect of the case. The third police interview with Michelle was played in court. They said she left out a lot of information, like going with Fotis to throw out the trash in Hartford. So they're making the prosecution was making a big deal of this because they're like saying, hey, with all these cases, look at the inconsistencies.
Exactly.
She did this timeline, but missed a pretty substantial part of the case.
But you also got to remember what was the question. Okay, she left out. If somebody say, where did you go? It depends on what the question was.
It depends on how it was asked. Exactly. Like if it was like, hey, take your time and fill out this timeline,
right.
You could argue, well, maybe she didn't feel that was important. But then on the other hand, you could say, hey, that's pretty important.
Everything is important when you under the microscope.
I mean, think of it this way. Now you can think of a two-way track, right? And I want to get your opinion on this. On one side, you could say you're throwing out garbage. Like, how memorable is that? I mean, let's just say the side she was innocent, really didn't know what was going on. If he's stopping to throw out trash and you're busy doing other stuff, that's not going to be a memorable part of your day.
First of all, they are nowhere in their neighborhood. This is Albany.
Yeah, Hartford.
In Hartford, okay. This is Albany Ave. I've been to Albany Ave.
Yeah, me too.
Usually when you're in Albany Ave, you start like, okay, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. Of course.
Yeah, I go to Hartford 3 days a week for work.
And there's no offense with that. Me, I go to Albany Ave, I feel comfortable because it's more of an ethnicity of African Americans, maybe the Jamaican, but it's not really that many, and that maybe in that area unless they own one of the stores. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that if it was produced that you write down a timeline of all the stuff you did, you would probably be part of this. I have to look at that document again. I want to look at the handwriting one because I only got a glimpse of it. I need to look into it. But anyhow, they were just basically saying, hey, you left out this information. Mm-hmm. That sounds a little... But your
probably would have never told the information if they did not see it on camera.
Yeah. So just you guys probably who are a bit closer to this case may know a little bit more of the ins and outs of that specific piece. But the whole point is that was where they wanted to point that out.
Right.
Defense presented an expert psychologist who testified that Michelle's memory would be affected based on the long police interviews in her second language, meaning her second language is English. Mm-hmm. So it was noted that the prosecution said, well, this woman who was brought in gets paid a lot of money to be here. Mm-hmm. She got paid a lot of money in the O.J. Simpson case, Ted Bundy's cases. So trying to just downplay that, basically alluding to the fact that if she gets paid the right money, she'll, sway one way or the other. That's what the prosecution was saying.
Yeah.
And, what I want to say right now, let me get through this and then I'm going to ask you, Chirac, your opinion. We'll do the second bullet and I'll come back. Defense. I did it again. Defense asked for motion of acquittal, saying that the prosecution had not met the burden of proof, but that was denied, and the closing arguments are to proceed. But if you're the defense, that's not a bad thing to do. Hey, go for the shot. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny I said defense because it is kind of like a football thing. I didn't mean it in that way. When I said defense, I was thinking like almost like a football thing, but it's kind of a football play. I mean, it's a long shot. You're going to Hail Mary, right? Maybe they'll say, yeah, let's get this thing acquitted. They probably know it's not going to happen, but you want to do it for a bunch of reasons to show that, you're there as a support of the person you're defending, right? And there's no chance that maybe they would agree with it. But I think in this case, it was obvious that was not going to go forward. But let me back up to the first bullet, Chirac, and let me just take a quick little break here. Let me split the camera so we can still see the information and see you. So Chirac is bilingual. She knows Spanish and obviously English. So let me pose this to you. Now let's say you were in a foreign country, Spanish-speaking country, it's your second language, and you were involved in something and they dragged you in for hours on end and were drilling you. Would you possibly run into situations where you would say information maybe not correctly in that second language? Is it possible?
See, it's possible.
That's
Yes, it's
possible.
possible. It can happen, but we also have to determine what the level of language that she knows in English, right? Because there's different levels. There's definitely beginners and intermittent and also advanced.
Right.
So it depending on what's her level, then yeah, but it's definitely possible. See,
So even though it's possible, I mean, again, I'll be honest, I haven't went through all the hours of the interview. I've seen parts of the interview. It seemed like she was doing okay. We're not here to judge one way or the other. It's just to come up with the people listening to the case.
mm-hmm.
Would they say, geez, that's enough of a possibility where that could happen? They would need to listen to those, that specific part of how she's answering those questions that
Exactly,
between the two.
and that's how it happens, right? Like when I habla en español, is it correct or is it like broken? Is she speaking more proper? If she's speaking more
Yeah.
proper, I mean she understands it more because she's giving the right answers correctly. But when she starts saying stuff and it's not really,
Yeah, I think they'll have to really listen to what she said in the first interview, second interview, all these interviews, see the delta and say, well, does it seem like it was that big of a gap? And is it really a language barrier thing, or is it really based on the information that was provided? And I think that's what they'll have to decide.
see, no say nada. I don't know anything.
I know niente. So, okay, we went through these. So then the last one, when Michelle has decided not to testify in her trial and the defense has rested its case. So basically, again, that goes back to closing arguments that are going to happen this week. And, it's nice to know what you guys think at this point of time, week 6. We would have started this earlier, but, we've been covering our cases and we just started not even 2 months ago. So this is a new case we want to bring forward to you guys and, kind of let you know what's going on because it is in our state. Just to let you know, I think we mentioned before, but if not, we'll mention again. But April, we're going to be going to some of these locations.
Yeah, that'd be great. I wish we could visit the courthouse too. But
I know. I
guess
think it's closed, but we're going to go to the
I
park.
would just definitely shoot down there.
We're definitely going to go to park in some other areas.
Yeah, the
and
park
take
is
a look.
public, so that's something we can visit.
Do. Yeah, so we'll do it in April because we want to wait for it to get a little bit warmer out, and so that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
but we'll
it'll be live too, right? So,
well, I don't know if that time we're gonna do a live stream. We can. We'll have to see
awesome.
what we can do.
Because we could get some feedback, so it's like we all looking together.
Yeah.
4 eyes is better. More eyes is better than just 4 eyes.
You know what I think we should do is if you guys want us to go live on location, then I think we need to get to that 1,000 subscriber number. That maybe we'll do that. We hit 1,000 subscribers by the time we go, probably like beginning to mid-April.
That'd be awesome.
And then we'll definitely do a live stream and maybe some other surprises. I can't give away everything. But
that'd be great. I can't wait.
Oh, you don't have your shirt with you, huh? I forgot because while we're talking about other surprises, we got a few minutes here because this is a quick one. So, I should send the other one. But Shrock bought this shirt. She's gonna be out trying to be all cool, looking old school New York style.
Just wait because I would like for them to see the video.
Okay, we'll wait. I'll see that.
We'll talk about it next time.
Oh, come on! I want to see. I want.
I can't have the shirt.
I don't have the shirt with me. Okay.
Next time.
I'll wait for next time. You guys have to tune in. And I'll show you this awesome shirt that she got. Joke. Now, and she busted my stones because you'll wait and see what I bought. But it pertains to the show too. But I guess you have to wait for the next episode.
Yeah, keep them in suspense.
Maybe the next Jennifer Duo one that we do. So that'll be coming out in a week. Well, we'll have some other episodes, but
yeah, that'd be awesome.
We got Chris Watts after this video because this one will be released probably Monday, Tuesday. Later in the week, we got another quick Chris Watts related one about a video. People say it looks like NK. We're going to break that a little bit and check that one out too.
So I want to also say something about that. I know we're not talking about NK right now, but when we say NK, can we say AKA? Because I noticed somebody gave me some feedback saying, who is NK? And I'm like,
Oh,
So just
they
just
don't
a
know about the
thought.
case then, the cold
Yeah,
cash
they don't
injury.
know about it. So I mean,
Yeah.
especially when we say NK, just NK.
We'll have to do that when we talk
Yeah,
about the episode to kind of
yeah,
remind
just a
people.
thought. Probably I shouldn't have mentioned it until
No,
next
it's
time.
good. It's good stuff. I'm dying to let them know about the other thing because it's so funny, but it's good. They'll have to. Hopefully, I'll remember too for the next case when we do the next episode next week. We can bring that up because that is funny. There's some funny stuff. All right,
Yes.
guys. Thank you so much. This is a quick one,
Thank
but
you
just want
so
to keep you
much.
updated, and we'll keep you updated more as time goes
Yeah,
on,
we
giving our
do it.
opinions
Yeah,
of
we
what's going
got your
on.
back. Studio 70.
Okay, until next time, we'll see you guys later. Thank you.